Hello students, good morning. I am Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the chapter 4 of English grammar. The chapter name is the noun, kinds of noun. Dear students, in this chapter we have discussed already the definition of noun as well as kinds of noun. And we were doing the exercises given in the chapter, and we have completed exercise number first and third. Okay students, in the exercise number third I had given homework yesterday. And what was the homework? Just see student, open the page number 18. Your homework is to complete the exercise number 7 and 8, question number 7 and 8 of exercise number third. Just see here, I have completed up to exercise number first complete, and exercise number third. In the exercise number third, I have completed up to the question number 6. Now, today we will discuss the other exercises given in the chapter. So, first of all, we will discuss the homework which I have given. Exercise number third and question number 7. What is the question number 7? Here, dear students, in this question you have to fill the abstract noun. In this question, in the exercise number third, you have to fill the abstract noun. In the helping box it is given verb or adjective, and you have to just write down there abstract noun. I have already told you what is abstract noun. Abstract nouns are those which we can only think of, we cannot touch or see, we can only feel or realize. Okay, for example, happiness, goodness, honesty, okay, bravery, these are the abstract noun. Okay students, so in this question, in the question number 7, what is question? The question is given the, just here, there is a blank, of a colorful bird, of a colorful bird excited the child. Excited the child. Okay students, this is the sentence or question. Excited the child. And there is a helping box. In the box it is written see, and see is a verb. Here the word see is verb, and you have to make noun. What kind of noun? Abstract noun. So what would be there here? Scenery. SCENERY. Okay students, just fill here scenery. The scenery of colorful bird excited the child. So what would be the suitable option? The suitable option, the suitable word to fill here, that is scenery. Okay, just fill in the book. No need to write in the notebook. Just fill in the book, in the blanks. In the question number 7, you will fill scenery. The scenery of a colorful bird excited the child. Okay students, so just see this and come to the next question. Question number 8. What is question number 8? Without health there is no happiness. Without health this is the question. Question is already given at the page number 18 of your English grammar book. Without health there is what? There is no, there is a blank. In the bracket it is written happy. Okay, this is the helping box, happy. Just here, without health there is no happy. Okay, happy is adjective. We have to make what? Abstract noun. So what would be the suitable word here? Happiness. Happiness is noun. What kind of noun? Abstract noun. Okay, so what would be the suitable sentence? Without health there is no happiness. So in the blank you will fill the word happiness. Okay student, just fill the word happiness in the question number 8 of exercise number 3. Okay. So just complete it. Now we will discuss the exercise number 4. Okay students, in this way we have completed the exercise number 3rd. Now we will discuss the exercise number 4. Just see the exercise number 4. Here what you have to do in this question. In this question, students, we have to underline the collective noun. Dear students, in this question, exercise number 4, it is given that underline the collective nouns in the following sentences. Dear students, sentences are given here and you have to underline the collective nouns. And I have already told you what is collective noun. Collective nouns denote the collection of a person, or collection of things or other creatures. It denotes the collection of a person, other creature or any other things. Okay, so sentences are given here students, you have to underline only. Okay, just see the question. First question is, our team won the match by 50 runs. Dear students, in this question, just see, your question is given, our team. Just see, the first question is here, you have to underline the collective nouns. I am going to write the first question. Our team won. Our team won the match by 50 runs. By 50 runs. F-I-F-T-Y. By 50 runs. Okay students, just see, this is the sentence, and in this sentence we have to underline the word that is, which is collective noun. So just find out what is collective noun in this sentence. The word team. Team denotes the number of players. It is the collection of player. Team is the collection of player, therefore the word team is collective noun in this sentence. So students, just underline the word team in your book. In the question number first, underline the word team. Okay, our team won the match by 50 runs. In this sentence, what is collective noun? The word team is collective noun. Okay students, so just underline the word team with the help of pencil. Okay students, come to the next question. What is the next question? You see, a fleet of sheep. A fleet. F-L-E-E-T. Fleet of sheep. S-H-I-P-S. The fleets of ships was seen in the sea. Was seen in the sea. Okay students, this is the sentence. This is the sentence, and here we have to find what? Collective nouns. In this sentence, what is collective noun? Fleet. Fleet denotes the collection of ships. Okay, fleet of ships was seen in the sea. So here the word fleet is collective noun. So underline the word fleet. Okay students, come to the next question. Question number 3rd. Just see, I am writing the question number 3rd. A shepherd is looking after the shepherd. The shepherd is looking after the herd of sheep. Looking after, A-F-T-E-R. The herd of sheep. H-E-R-D. Herd of sheep. Okay students, this is the question. The shepherd is looking after the herd of sheep. In this sentence, dear students, in this sentence, looking after means take care. Looking after means here take care. The shepherd is looking after the herd of sheep. Herd denotes the collection of cattle. Cattle. What is cattle here? Cattle means domestic animal. Sheep. Sheep is what? Sheep is domestic animal. Okay. Therefore, here the word herd is used to show the collection of sheep. Okay. So in this sentence, the shepherd is looking after the herd of sheep. Here in this sentence, the word herd, H-E-R-D, herd, denote the collection. Therefore, the word herd is collective noun in this sentence. So, underline the word herd. Okay, students? Come to the next question. Okay, I am going to erase these questions. Just see the next question, students. Question number 4. Question number 4. What is question number 4? A swarm of bees. A swarm of bees flew out. A swarm of bees flew out of the hive. Flew out of the hive. Okay, students, just see. This is the question. A swarm of bees flew out of the hive. Okay, students, the swarm of bees. Here, the word swarm. Swarm denotes the collection of bees. Okay, flew out of the hives. In this sentence, what is collective noun? The word swarm. Okay, swarm of bees. Okay, just see, underline the word swarm because this is the collective noun. It denotes the collection of bees. Okay. Just underline the word swarm in this sentence. Next question. Question number 5. What is question number 5? Mohit is the monitor of the class. Mohit is the monitor of the class. Okay, students, just see. Mohit is the monitor of the class. In this sentence, the word denote. The word class denotes the collection of students. In this sentence, Mohit is monitor of the class. Here the word class is collective noun because it denotes the collection of number of students. Therefore, the word class is collective noun in this sentence. Okay, students, so underline the word class. Underline the word class because this is the collective noun in the sentence. Okay, students, come to the next question. Question number 6. What is question number 6? The army lost. The army, A-R-M-Y. The army lost, L-O-S-T, lost its way in the desert. In the desert. Okay, students, just see. S-E-R-T. The army lost its way in the desert. This is the sentence. Here the word army. Army is collective noun. Why? Because it denotes the collection of soldiers. Army is the collective noun because it denotes the collection of soldiers. Collection of soldiers are known as army. Okay, so here the word army is collective noun. In this sentence, the army lost its way in the desert. In this sentence, the word army is collective noun. So underline the word army in this sentence. Okay, students, I am going to erase the other questions. Just see student, question number 7. What is question number 7? Sorry, the same question. Our army. There is our army, ARMY. Our army fought with FOU. This is the second form of fight. Okay? Fought. Fought with great courage. With great courage. GREAT. Great courage. Okay, student, this is the sentence. Our army fought with great courage. COURAGE. In this sentence, the same word army is collective nouns because it denotes the collection of soldiers. Okay, so that is the same question. You can say here the word army in the question number 6. You will underline the word army. Here in the question number 7, again you will underline the word army because it denotes the collection of soldiers. Okay, students, so just underline the word army in the question number 7. Okay, come to the question number 8. We saw a fleet of ships. We saw a fleet of ships We saw the fleet of ships in the harbor. In the harbor. HARBOR. Okay, student, this is the sentence. Dear students, in this sentence, we saw the fleet of ships in the harbor. In this sentence, what is collective noun? The word fleet denotes the collection of ships. Okay, therefore this word fleet already has come in the question number 2, and you can also see the question number 2. In that the word fleet is collective noun. Here again in the question number 8 we can see the word fleet denote the collection of ships. Therefore the word fleet is collective nouns in this sentence. Okay, come to the next question. Question number 9. Our class consists SIST. Our class consists of 30 pupils. Of 30 PHIRTY 30 pupils. PUPILS. Pupils means student. Pupils means students. PUPIL. Pupils. Pupils means students. So just see here, our class consists of 30 pupils. Here students, I have already told you the word class denotes. Here in the question number 5, I have already told you class denotes the collection of students. Here again the same question you can say. Question number 9. Our class consists of 30 pupils. So in this sentence, the word class denotes the collection of pupils or students. Therefore, that is collective noun in this sentence. In the sentence number 9, our class consists of 30 people. In this sentence, the word class is collective noun because it denotes the collection of students. Okay, come to the next question. Question number 10. This small bunch of grapes bunch of grapes GRAPES. Okay, students, just see here. This small bunch, BUNCH. This small bunch of grapes cost me 10 rupees. Cost me 10 rupees. Okay students, this is the question. This small bunch of grapes cost me 10 rupees. You see here is bunch. Bunch denotes the collection. Okay, collection of grapes, collection of keys. That is known as bunch. Okay, bunch denotes the collection of grapes or collection of keys. So here the word bunch is collective noun in this sentence. So underline the word bunch. In the sentence, this small bunch of grapes cost me 10 rupees. In this sentence, the word bunch is collective noun. Therefore, you will underline the word bunch in this sentence. Okay, students. So just do it. This is all about the exercise number 4. This is all about the exercise number 4. In this way, we have completed the exercise number 4. Okay, students. And just see the next question, optional question. Now students, just see the optional question which is given at the page number 19. Tick. Just see the question number. Here number is not given, first is there, optional question. Yes, just see here. There are 12 questions. And what is the question? Tick the most appropriate option from the following, choosing the correct types of noun in the colored word. In this question, you have to select the types of noun. Okay, sentences are given there, and what kind of sentence or what there are some words that is colored with the blue. Okay, that you have to find out that what kind of noun it belongs to. Okay, for example, first is given New Delhi is the capital of India. In this sentence, the word India is colored, and you have to tell the word India is what kind of noun. Dear students, I have already told you, when we talk about a particular person, particular means special, specific, particular person, particular place, particular animal, particular thing, then that would be the proper noun. Here we are talking about the particular country in India. So India is what kind of noun? Proper noun. Now we will see I am going to erase this exercise, and now we will discuss the optional question which is given at the page number 19 of your English grammar book. Okay, in the chapter number 4. I hope that you all have completed the exercises. Okay, students, just see the question number. Optional question. You can say optional question. This is the heading. You have to fill in your book only. No need to write in the copy. What is the question number for? Here you have to put you have to select the correct option in this question. And what is the question? Just see here. New Delhi is the capital of India. What is the question? New Delhi is the capital of India. Okay, students, this is the question. Here the word India is underlined. Here in this sentence, the word India is underlined, and you have to tell that what kind of noun it belongs to. Okay, there are 4 options. I will not write the whole option. There is option given: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun. You have to tell India is what kind of noun: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, or abstract noun. So I have already told you it is the name of a particular country. Therefore that is proper noun. So option number A. Okay, students, option number A, proper noun. Proper noun is the correct option. So you will take on that. Okay, students. So you will take the first option. Let's take the first option in the question number first. Okay, second question we will see. Gold is a precious metal. What is the second question? Gold is the precious. Precious means valuable. Precious metal. Here in this sentence we have to tell the word gold. What kind of noun? I have already told you. It is a kind of material or substance. So, and by which we can make so many things. We can make necklace, we can make rings, we can make earrings. Okay, so many things. Therefore, that is what kind of noun? Material noun. And option is given in your question: common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, and material noun. Which option is the correct? Option number D is the correct option, that is material noun. Okay, students, just fill, and I will not write the option, complete option, that is material noun. Material noun is the correct option in this question. Gold is the precious metal. In this sentence, the word gold is material noun. So you will tick on the option number D. That is the correct option. Okay, students. There are so many questions that is based on the kinds of noun. Okay, I had completed two questions. Question number first and question number third. And your homework is to complete the optional question from question number third to up to question number 12. Okay, this is your homework. You will tick on the book. Okay, you will tick in the book which is the correct option. Okay, this is your homework. So you will complete it. You will try to complete it. If you find any kind of problem, you can ask. Okay, students. So this is all for today. In the next class, we will discuss some other exercises. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.